I guess, Sean, obviously, first game with Danny. What's the feeling heading into it? I mean, how different is it? Does it feel different?
I mean, it doesn't feel different. I mean, we have the same expectations with the game. And as long as I have, guys like Oscar next to me, I trust that, we're going to go out there and do the things that we need to do to get the result. But really, the guys in the field are the same, and that's the most important part there. And, we all have faith in each other, and we believe in Danny, and Danny believes in us, so that's all that's important.
You guys, here's the history of this team. Slow starts, but then picking up. Are you guys looking at trying to start off 2-0? How much is that costing now trying to get a fast start this season?
I mean, we talked about it, but really, I mean, we go into every game with the belief that we're going there for 3 points, and that's our expectation. So, it's not like we're like, all right, looking at the schedule and, this early in the season, and, we need to have 6 points. And against these teams, I mean, really anyone who we play, we expect to go out there and get a result, especially at home. And I mean, it really doesn't change like who we're playing or, trying to get off to a fast start or whatever, because obviously we don't expect to get out to a slow start.
How this kind of adversity at the beginning of the season with the coaching change, how much of an advantage is it that you all have such an experienced group that you won't dwell on it?
Yeah, I mean, for a lot of us, a lot of the guys here experienced coaching changes in the past. We had 6 weeks where we had teammates coaching us, so we're in a lot better spot where we have a really capable staff, and we have guys who've been around, and I think it's a credit to what we've been doing that we've been able to have guys who've been able to step up as assistants, and they've been around the team, so it's not like a whole bunch of new faces. It's kind of the same process and the same expectations that we've had the whole time.
Yeah, so after that first game at Lynn Family Stadium and going into the second game, there was obviously an increase in supporters at the game because of the capacity. How did it feel to be out there with all that noise?
Well, I think that, some of my teammates, might have been able to communicate a little bit louder, especially, from one side of me. But really, it's like a little preview. We talked about it last year. We had, 5,000, 4,500 people that were at those games last year. We're talking about how incredibly loud it was, and we can't wait till, we fill it out. And, with it just kind of like gradually getting more and more, it's just like, it puts a smile on my face just thinking about, what it's going to be like when we sell out that stadium. Because, with 50% capacity, it was like 7,500 or so that we had at the game 2 weeks ago. I can't wait to see what it's like, because it's crazy. The atmosphere is intense, and it's like no other place that a lot of these guys have played at.
Sean, as a defender, can you kind of tell us what you see when you look at Birmingham, and even with the two guys out in their front line, what type of challenge they present as a soccer team, and the types of things they do on the field?
Yeah, so they have some talented players, and it was kind of hard to get a full look from their first game, because they had some challenges with the field there that kind of made things a little difficult to get a full grasp of how they play, and especially early in the season, some teams are trying to discover who they are, and their playing style and what they're looking to do. But I mean, really, I think our focus is we take care of the details that we need to, and we stay together, we stay as a unit, and that's a big thing for us, is that the collective unit, and that everything we do is together. And if we do that, then I've got faith that no matter what they're doing, that we'll be able to take care of it.
Yeah, last one from me here. As a big supporter of Louisville City, and especially a big fan of yours, we noticed that you tuck in and you lock in soccer, but since I follow you on Instagram and stuff, I see that you go golfing a lot.
Yeah.
But you're never tucked in golf. Is that because it's a different sport? Tell us about the dynamics, the differences between the two sports, or why you don't tuck in golf.
Well, really, I mean,
are you not locked in?
That might be what's taking me, holding me back from going to the next level. But there is some open men's tournaments this summer, and I was really hoping that if I go to compete in a amateur golf tournament this year, that the Coopers would show up, you know, maybe Scouse's house, and, you know, march along me as I go down, you know, those fairways. I could only imagine what that would do to, you know, an opponent. You know, you see what it does at Lynn Family Stadium, you know, when the drums are going, how it impacts these other players. I could only imagine what it would, you know, do to someone on the golf course if, you know, I'm out there and I've got purple smoke, you know, following me down the fairway.
Yeah, thank you. That's